Ladies and gentlemen, today we're about to unveil a stunning and shocking secret. He shot like a marksman, aiming straight at Vincent, and the showdown was on. The longtime rivals met up. Vincent wanted to end it, but Nock didn't go down. His henchmen arrived late, throwing insults instead. He was determined to chip away at Nock, as the Emperor's life hung in the balance, and chaos followed in India. Nock's supported officials were all let go. Minx's industry faced crazy attacks, but lucky for Nock, he finally woke up. But instead of seeking revenge, he took his gold and girlfriend on vacation, leaving the people scratching their heads. People couldn't help but think, our emperor just took the money and ran. But only brave boy knew Nock was no weakling. In just one day, he took back his lost territory, and those who betrayed him didn't fare so well. However, he must first reclaim the territory he had lost, regardless of how great the cost might be. Within a day, his lost land was reclaimed, and betrayal wouldn't come easy. He strolled into Vincent's territory, dressed in a sharp suit, casually approaching. Vincent was astonished to see that he wasn't dead, with a sarcastic smirk spreading across his face, and just then, Nock executed a timeless gun gesture. The act brought chuckles from everyone present, but soon afterward, the laughter abruptly ceased as hundreds of heavily armed giants burst out. And then, the rocket launchers made their appearance, sending shivers down the spines of Vincent's men, marking the ultimate arrival of Nock's vengeful storm, with shells raining down relentlessly. Vincent was either blown to smithereens or scared out of his wits, but Nock had absolutely no intention of letting him off the hook easily. Nock wanted to deliver those shells personally. He was quite the artillery expert, eager to see the firepower. The barrage rained down on them, and Vincent got blown away, but guess what? He didn't die. Not killing me was your biggest mistake, Nock stated coldly. Nock returned to the mine for a grand funeral for his fallen men, refusing to be a coward. His gold empire gained more power, supporting a new batch of officials, with all of India in his hands. 3 years later, the new female prime minister was elected. To solidify her power, she vowed to bring Nock to justice with a firm attitude. The prime minister fired all officials supporting Nock, and the nation searched high and low for him. Nock's influence spread nationwide. Some officials leaped in for early, moving gold before the crackdown. Danger was looming. In the rush, a piece of gold fell. Nock made his way to the police station. But they were all rookies. No one recognized him until a kid shouted his name. Nock raised a hand slightly, making an old cop nervously search for the gold, handing it over in a hurry. Nock said nothing, but everyone's hearts raced until he got in the car, and they collectively sighed in relief. But he got back out of the car, showcasing his newly purchased weapons, ready to show the police who they were dealing with. Over the course of 2 decades, this individual underwent a complete transformation, evolving from an innocent child into India's most feared and wanted criminal. Just because they confiscated a piece of gold, he turned the entire precinct into Swiss cheese. The cops were silent, and the Prime Minister issued orders to capture him. She rallied national forces, but Nock had the audacity to show up right in front of her. Nock boldly admitted to illegal mining. Hundreds of tons of gold had already left the country. He actually wanted the Prime Minister to arrest him, while crucial officials lurked in the shadows. They pay you, but in the actual boss. Nock boasted arrogantly. We're all partners indeed. A full 500 individuals are sharing out this cash. More than half of the officials in the Indian government were under Nock's control, shocking the Prime Minister. She never imagined Nock's reach was so deep, coming and going so easily, while threats were plenty. The Prime Minister warned, "Don't let me catch something on you, or you'll be in deep trouble." At that moment, his girlfriend brought great news: she was about to be a mom. But before she could celebrate, Vincent was back in the picture, looking to expose Nock. 3 years later, he organized forces to attack Nock's base. The gods couldn't react in time. As a new father, Nock witnessed all of this with his heart burning with fury. He realized deeply that today's final confrontation with Vincent was inevitable and absolutely necessary. The moment of reckoning had arrived, and there was no turning back. He had Vincent by the throat until he strangled him to death. The battle was decided, but his fury was far from over. It turned out Vincent could sneak into the gold mine undetected, clearly with someone tipping him off from behind. Seeking revenge for his girlfriend and child, he surrounded the government with his army. They busted into the cabinet meeting, and everyone was terrified by his blood-soaked demeanor. This is a disaster. Panic set in, the place became a river of blood, suffocating everyone. Run for your lives, someone shouted in chaos. The Prime Minister was caught in the turmoil. This chaos left everyone scared. Who will emerge as the final victor? Don't forget to subscribe.